What's up YouTube, Cole Lawson here, and I'm back with another video. I just kind of wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys for a bit. Today we'll be talking about meditation. So before we get into the video, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. I'm Cole Lawson. It's so amazing to meet you. I hope you stay. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and if you are back, welcome back, shawty. But yeah, so let's get into this video. First of all, you guys, I've been vlogging all day, and vlogging is actually really freaking hard, okay? It's not easy. I keep forgetting to turn on the camera, but I think I might have did an okay job, okay? So let's talk about meditation, because I get this question a lot as far as like how to meditate. Am I doing it right? What am I supposed to do? What is it supposed to feel like? I don't understand what's going on. So let me debunk a couple things for you guys first, okay? Number one, you don't need anything to meditate but yourself. Okay, you don't need to go buy meditation pillows. You don't need to go buy incense. You don't need to go buy singing bowls. You don't need to do any of that stuff. You don't need to pay for a subscription for guided meditations, anything. You don't need to do anything or go buy anything in order to meditate. You just need yourself and your willingness. That's number one. Number two, it feels however it feels for you. Okay, it's not supposed to feel a certain way, and it's not gonna feel like a peaceful Zen-like experience or whatever you have made up in your mind that it's just going to be like awesome, oh kumbaya. It's not going to be like that, okay? Meditation is a skill that you have to work on, and it's really freaking hard, because for the first time in a lot of people's lives, I know when I first started, this was true for me, for the first time in your life, you're required to sit with yourself and all of your thoughts, all your insecurities, all your anger, all your sadness, all your resentment, all of it. All the thoughts that go on in your head, you're forced to sit with them instead of reaching for something to distract you from what it is that's going on inside of you. So that makes it very frustrating for people. So a couple things when you're meditating. The goal of meditation is not to get yourself to stop thinking. That's impossible. We cannot stop thinking. The goal of meditation is to be able to change your relationship with your thoughts by observing them. You become the observer of your thoughts, the witness of them. You potentially sit in the seat of your soul, and you're watching yourself have all these thoughts so you can decipher through them. So you can choose which ones are serving you and which ones are unaligned, which ones you no longer need to hold on to and which ones you need to let go. Which ones you need to let go of for the most part, right? So when you're getting ready to meditate, right, there are a couple ways to meditate. There are a bunch of ways to meditate, actually. It's not always just sit cross-legged in silence and meditate for an hour, 2 hours. It's not like that, okay? When I first started meditating, you guys, I was literally meditating for 3 minutes a day. It is that simple to start your practice, to start developing the skill of being able to sit with yourself in silence and really just observe your thoughts. So when you're meditating, the first thing you want to do is be in a quiet space where you're not going to have any distractions, whether you want to be in your room, in your kitchen, outside on the balcony, if you at work, you in your car, shower, wherever. That is completely up to you. There's no right or wrong place where you should or should not meditate. You can meditate wherever. As long as you have a quiet place or a place where you won't be distracted, you'll be fine. That's number one. Next, when you're meditating, it depends on if you're just going into a meditation, just a part of your practice. It's an active thing. It's not passive. So you're actively participating in meditation. So you're not going into meditation and sitting and thinking that something grand is just going to happen to you, because that's not how it works. You happen to it, okay? You meditate and you receive the benefits by showing up for yourself, by showing up and observing your thoughts and really observing the things that are going on inside of you, so that way you can relieve some of the anxiety and some of the tension in your body, and you can move into the present moment and align with your highest self. So when we're meditating, if you're new to meditation, I want you to just start off with just a minute. Just 60 seconds, that's it. And the easiest way to start getting to a meditation practice is to start by just focusing on your breath. Before you start getting into meditating on intentions and meditating on questions and meditating on something specific, start by just being able to bring yourself to the present moment. So when you're meditating, you want to just focus on your breath. You don't want to try and change the pattern of your breathing or anything. You just want to get comfortable. You can lie down, sit down, whatever feels comfortable for you. I've meditated standing up before. I know people say, you shouldn't stand up, or there's some people that say you shouldn't lay down because you might fall asleep. I've meditated all types of ways, and if it works for you, if it floats your boat, do the thing, okay? Because can't nobody tell you what's right or wrong. The only truth there is that of your own. Remember that. The only truth there is that of your own. So however you want to meditate, just make sure you're in a comfortable position, your body is relaxed, okay? And you want to focus on your breath. Focus on your breath for just 60 seconds. Set a timer on your phone. In 60 seconds, and no matter what thoughts come in your head, don't cling on to any of them. That's the key, is to not cling on to any of them, to not attach yourself to any of them, to not run yourself crazy trying to stop your thinking from happening. Just observe your thoughts as they're happening. Let them come and let them go, and remind yourself every time you start to get a little bit too caught up in your thoughts, remind yourself, focus on my breathing, and then go back to your breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. The key is to just constantly be able to shift yourself back into the present moment, because that is what's going to be useful to integrate into your life, so that way you can start to receive the messages, the signs, the blessings, all the things that you're seeking. Because all the answers you're seeking, the reason why it's so hard for you to find them is because you're never living in the present moment. Meditation helps you to live in the present moment. Okay, the answers that you're always seeking are always going to be in the right here, right now. But what our mind does is, when you're in your head thinking, you're never thinking of right now. You're always thinking of what happened in the past or what could potentially happen in the future. So you're never in this current state, this current right now moment, in order to hear and see the answers that are being presented to you. So that's what meditation does. It helps you be able to clear your mind and kind of just observe what's going on, rather than being in a state of reacting and responding to everything all the time. So just start with 60 seconds of meditation. That's it. So for 60 seconds, just pay attention to your breathing. And what that'll do is that'll help calm your anxiety, that'll help relieve your stress, that'll help bring you to the present moment, that'll help kind of just ease the tension that's going on with you. So I want you guys to try that every single day, maybe for the next week. Just meditate for 60 seconds. You can also meditate different periods throughout the day. Maybe you need to take a step away from your desk and meditate for 60 seconds. Completely fine. Next, there's also this thing called mindful meditation. And that's what worked best for me when I started getting into the longer periods of meditation, the 10, the 20 minutes, etc. Was a mindful meditation. So mindful meditation is when it's like an intentional pause, an intentional act of consciousness, right? Because we're so busy all the time on autopilot that we really just go with the flow. Like, we get up and we do our morning routines and we do our routines every day, but it's kind of just going with the flow. Like, your body is just kind of mechanic to the point where we don't even really think about the fact that we're doing it anymore, So mindful meditation is doing something that you love, but being mindful while doing it, paying attention, being conscious and fully present in the moment. So when I first started meditating, I drink tea every day, every morning. So I did mindful tea meditations. So I would make sure I would come to the present moment and consciously make my tea, down to, all the instruments I would use, the water that I'm using, talking to my water, speaking intention into my water, choosing my herbal blend for the day, blending it up myself, being completely immersed in the moment and not going with the motions at all, not moving on autopilot. So mindful meditation is a great way, if you have a hard time just sitting still, or that's becoming very difficult for you, try a mindful meditation. It doesn't have to be just tea. You can go on a walk, observe everything going around you, observe your breath, during that time. How does the air feel on your face? How does the sun feel on your skin? All these things, these are things you want to observe during meditation, right? So yeah, meditation is it's a time for you to really just allow the answers to come to you and to kind of just be the observer of what's going on, and allow your soul to speak for a second, allow your intuition to speak. So meditation can also be you drawing, you painting, you writing, you singing, if that's what you do. These are things that people don't talk about. They only talk about the meditation where you're just sitting in silence, but all these things can be meditative things for you if you create the meditative space for it to be in. If you create a space that's, you know, without distractions for you to just go in and really do the work. The next thing we want to talk about when we talk about meditation is you don't want to, when you're going into meditation and you want to meditate on a specific thing, like, should I leave this person, or is this job good for me, or am I going in the right direction? If you're trying to go into meditation with a question on your heart, a couple things that happen, okay? We immediately are drawn to try and respond to our own questions. You cannot hear the answer of your higher self if you're constantly talking. So if you want to meditate on a question, go into the meditation with the question and just keep asking yourself the question. It's kind of like focusing on your breath, but focus on the question. Don't focus on trying to answer the question. Allow the answers to find their way to you. And it might not be during this meditation. It might be after the meditation, during your day, or wherever. But don't go into the meditation trying to answer the question yourself. Just go in thinking about the question, okay? Being intentional with the question, feeling out the question, sinking into the feeling and the vibration of the question and seeing how it feels in your body. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What do I really need? And see how it feels rather than trying to respond. Allow your body to respond to you in a way that's conducive to the vibration that you're asking about. Okay, so when you're meditating on questions, don't try to answer them. Allow the answer to come to you, and the answer may not come during that meditation. It may come after the meditation, during your day at some time. But yeah, so I didn't want this video to be too long. I kind of just wanted to give some quick tips on meditating because I know it's a really big topic, and we can go way deeper into meditation and, you know, breath work and all those things. But just to start you guys off on a cool little note for those that are interested in starting a meditation practice, just start out with 60 seconds a day and then up it. Maybe you want to do 3 minutes a day, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, and switch it up. You know, maybe one day you do just a sitting meditation for 3 to 5 minutes, and then maybe one day you do a walking meditation for 3 to 5 minutes. However you want to play it out. But if you want to start a meditation practice, you don't need anything but yourself and a pure heart and pure intentions to go into a meditative space, okay? And don't try to stop yourself from thinking, because then you're going to drive yourself crazy thinking about not thinking, then thinking about why you can't not think, and then getting frustrated that you can't stop yourself from thinking, or you can't stop yourself from thinking about not thinking, and it's just gonna go in a loop, in a circle, okay? So the goal is not to stop yourself from thinking, is to change your relationships with the thoughts that you're having, because when you change your relationship with the thoughts, ultimately what you're doing is you're changing your perception of them. When you change your perception of them, you change the emotion that you attach to that thought. What happens when you change the emotion? You change the actions that happen when that emotion is triggered. So all in all, you're changing your reality when you do this, okay? So we want to create a really tight bond with the things that we're thinking, because the things that we're thinking are manifesting into our reality. So if the things that we're thinking are manifesting into our reality, we want to make sure that they're aligned with our highest self and our purpose, so that way our life is coming together the way that's going to be most fruitful for us and for the people around us and for the world in general on a wider scheme. So therefore, creating a tight bond, a tight relationship with our mind and our thoughts allows us to be in control of our minds and our emotions in the way that our life is panning out to the best of our ability, rather than just being reactionary to everything that's happening to us, okay? Because things do happen to you and you react with your subconscious mind. But if you never go in and reprogram your subconscious, or if you never gain a relationship with your thoughts, then you're currently working out of the same thought pattern. Therefore, you're currently creating the same cycle. So you're living in the same karmic cycle over and over and over. If you wonder why things not changing, it's because you haven't changed your thoughts, which means your emotions haven't changed about the way that you feel about your thoughts, which means your actions haven't changed. You just keep repeating the same thing over and over. So meditation is a great way to relieve anxiety, to relieve stress, to get clear about what's going on in your life, and to really observe the emotions and the thoughts that you're having, so you can change them and alter them and mold them to suit you best and to align them most with your highest self. So if this video was helpful for you, if you take any tips from this video, please let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know if you guys would like any other videos like this or any video suggestions you have. And I hope to see you guys all back soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. I'll talk to you guys soon.